Hello, I'm wearing my Creepy Crate t-shirt, which I love, but I'm very conflicted about because H.H. Holmes was a real serial killer, but I love it. Sorry, my mouth doesn't seem to be going with the rest of me. And my mug. I wouldn't call this a rant because it's not something that keeps me awake at night, and it's not a big deal at all. It's just a mild annoyance that now and then I see on Twitter or YouTube. It's really not something to get your knickers in a twist over, but I see people saying, "Oh, if you listen to audiobooks, you haven't read the book, and stop saying that you have, etc." And they're very, very passionate about it, and that's fine. One girl said that when people say that they've read a book when they've listened to the audiobook, it makes her skin crawl, which I felt was a little excessive. But she was quite young, and hyperbole and youth. I hope that wasn't patronising, but it's true. I think it's something that's such a non-issue that it would be nice if we could just forget all about it and just accept that a book is a book, because again, apologies for my mouth. Not a lot I can do about that. Because, okay, for a start, my fiance, you may have noticed if you've popped in to my channel or my Twitter, but he is partially sighted, and he still manages to sell his art and do exhibitions and is a graphic designer, and that makes him my hero. But if he was to sit down and try to read a book, he has to use a magnifying glass with a light on it if he wants to read instructions on anything. So for him, sitting down to read a book is a major ordeal, and an audiobook, it just makes more sense for him. And also my friend Steve, aka Weaven, aka Lo-Fi Guy, if you want to look at his art, he is dyslexic, as are many, many people, and he loves books. He doesn't want to not read a book, so an audiobook just kind of fulfills that need. And anyway, even if you don't have any of these issues, I've listened to The Ballad of Black Tom and Dracula, the big production thing that they did for Audible, which is very good, and Sherlock Holmes, particularly read by Stephen Fry, and I've heard everything that the characters have said. I've heard everything that the author said, and yet if someone says to me, "Have you read Dracula?" I'm supposed to say no? Come on, it doesn't make any sense. And also don't forget that the ghost story writer M.R. James would read the story that he'd written every Christmas at the university that he taught at. They definitely got the full experience of his ghost story by listening to him, and I would have loved to have been there. There's much more important things to worry about than gatekeeping such small things. So that's it. I'm going to continue working on my children's book, which is probably a reason why I'm extra grumpy. This is me grumpy. I just want to get the blooming thing finished, to be honest. It should be done in the next couple of days, but we'll see. Okay, so that was it. Cheers. Okay, bye-bye.